Okay, well, tonight is Revelation night because I see everybody's joyful. 250 million from the Afri-Exim Bank. We're going to fund teaching, research, and tourism hospital with 250 million. Yeah, right. As I have said before in several videos concerning this Polaris, white elephant, that in 1983, the Mount Stanhope Teaching and Research Hospital in Trinidad was built, okay, for 236 million. Now that is 1983. And now these guys are talking about some magnificent teaching, research, and tourism hospital, okay, in 2025. So again, let's go back. In 1983, Mount Stanhope Teaching and Research Hospital in Trinidad was built for 236 million US dollars. Okay? That is equivalent to about 750 million US dollars in today's money. Okay? So you want to do math? We're going to do math because we did all the way up to math 392. Vector calculus. So we got math spitting out our asses. So you want to do math? If you think you want to fool us with basic arithmetic, we'll see about that. We'll do math tonight. So as I said, 236 million to build Mount Stanhope in Trinidad in 1983, which is equivalent to $750 million in today's US dollars. Okay? So you're telling me the Afri-Exim Bank is going to give you 250 million US dollars and you're going to build, okay? You're going to build that white elephant and that rendering with all the vehicles moving around and this big teaching, research, and tourism hospital for 250 million US dollars? Who are you fooling? Who are you kidding? So it's quite obvious that you have to scale down, as we have said in the past. You would have no choice but to scale down. So this is all hype because your intention to build some sort of teaching, research, and tourism hospital ain't gonna cost 250 million US dollars. Period. That's a basic hospital for 250 million US dollars. I mean, just think about it, okay? Let's do the math. You have an 84-acre site. Let's just say you're just using a quarter of that 84 acres, okay? 21 acres. Now at 21 acres, you're talking about 21 times 43,560 square foot, okay? That's easily 914,000 square feet, okay? Now we know on average you're talking about, $450 $450 per square foot. So you're talking already 400 and almost 12 million US dollars to get quarter of that site built, okay? So what do you think? You think we're stupid? So if you think you want to bamboozle Grenadians and you want to mama guy Grenadians, then go ahead. But I will be the defender. Okay? If nobody else, because I'm sure there are very smart people in Grenada who understands this and who knows this. But you guys, like you're running a Gestapo state, so they're afraid to even talk. They're afraid to talk. But tonight, we are going to provide clarity and accountability. So the 250 million US dollars ain't gonna build what you're talking about. Teaching, research, and tourism hospital. Unless, of course, you intend to have 5 people in the tourism hospital section. You ain't getting that for 250 million US dollars. Period. I mean, come on. Come on. You can see this for what it is, right? I mean, this should be clear, right? We have references for this. Just imagine to do a few upgrades to the international airport, Morris Bishop International Airport. You paid over 65 million US dollars. That is just to do some upgrades. Now, for a teaching and research hospital, do you know how much work is involved? You're talking about all the site civil work. You're talking about all the building structure itself. You're talking about specialized construction for a hospital. Listen, and then, listen, stop. Okay? Again, let me reiterate. In 1983, the Mount Stanhope Teaching and Research Hospital was built for $236 million US dollars. That is 1983. Now you're talking about something more grand. Okay? And that 236 million US dollars in 1983 is equivalent to 750 million US dollars in today's dollars. Okay? So even if you are just trying to build something, a little close to Mount Stanhope, you're talking about at least 700 million US dollars. And you are talking about teaching research and some magnificent white elephant teaching research and tourism hospital. Who are you trying to kid? That is hype. You know you have to scale down and just build a regular general hospital. We know. I told you so. The money, the math don't add up. For 250 million US dollars, that is what you're going to get. So stop the hype. Make realistic goals so you don't set yourselves up for failure. So there you have it. Stop the hype. Stop the deception of Grenadian people, because there are people like me who are going to stand and demand clarity and demand accountability. And when your math is flawed, we're going to expose it. So on that note, gute Nacht.